Heartbreak, jealousy, identity, real-life lessons. You probably don't expect all that from a cartoon, right? Most people think cartoons are just for laughs, something made only for kids. But here's the truth. The cartoons we grew up with were way deeper than we thought. Behind the funny moments and wild adventures, they were teaching us real things about love, pain, growing up, and even who we are. So let's dive into the first one and see the real meaning behind the animation. Adventure Time. The episode opens with Finn and Flame Princess exploring their new relationship, filled with both excitement and uncertainty. Finn, still inexperienced with matters of the heart, wants to express his feelings but doesn't quite know how. Seeking guidance, he turns to his loyal friend Jake for advice. Jake suggests that writing a sincere poem might help Finn communicate his emotions better to Flame Princess. Though hesitant at first, Finn takes the advice seriously and pours his feelings into words, hoping it will bring them closer. Meanwhile, Princess Bubblegum watches the growing relationship from a distance with concern. She understands the dangers inherent in Flame Princess's fiery nature. Her powers are unstable and could potentially hurt Finn. Bubblegum cares deeply for Finn, and this concern compels her to step in. She approaches Finn with a heavy heart, explaining that sometimes love requires sacrifice, and that being with Flame Princess might put him in harm's way. Finn, however, feels torn. He interprets Bubblegum's intervention not only as concern, but as jealousy and unwillingness to let go. In a moment of raw honesty and frustration, Finn confronts Bubblegum and admits that he once loved her deeply, but that chapter of his life has ended. He tells her he is ready to move forward with Flame Princess and wants her to respect that choice. Bubblegum, caught off guard, is left speechless, grappling with the weight of Finn's words and her own feelings of loss. The episode closes on this bittersweet note, a moment of growth for Finn, a lesson in moving on, and a subtle acknowledgement that love is complicated, messy, and sometimes painful. It captures the uncertainty of young love and the difficult balance between holding on and letting go.
Finn, you're my hero, so I'm glad you understand why you can't be with Flame Princess.
Bubblegum, I can't do this anymore!
What?
Now you like me?
Finn, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about? PB, I was in love with you, okay? And you didn't love me back. Now I'm ready to move on, and it's like, you're gonna build me up all over again. Well, I'm done.
What we learn from this episode: Burning Low teaches us about the complexity of relationships, especially when transitioning from old attachments to new ones. It shows that love isn't always simple or easy. It often requires sacrifice, courage, and difficult conversations. The episode emphasizes the importance of honest communication and respecting the choices of others, even when it hurts. Most importantly, it reminds us that growing up means learning to let go of the past to embrace the future. Rick and Morty. The episode takes Morty deep into the fear hole, a bizarre, dreamlike realm where his fears manifest as surreal and unsettling challenges. As Morty ventures further, he meets a mysterious figure called the Man in the Suit. This man is calm, composed, and oddly philosophical, a stark contrast to the chaotic world around them. During their conversation, the Man in the Suit introduces a haunting idea about fear, not the fear of pain or loss, but the fear of happiness itself. He explains that many people spend their lives fearing heartbreak, failure, or death, but very few fear happiness. Yet, he says, happiness is a rare and dangerous thing. It is fleeting, fragile, and inevitably comes with a price. Morty, initially skeptical and resistant, tries to reject this bleak outlook, but the Man in the Suit presses on, describing how happiness is temporary by nature. He points out that every joyous moment is shadowed by the knowledge that it won't last forever, whether because of aging, illness, or simply the passage of time. The Man in the Suit then offers a grim but poignant perspective. The ultimate happiness would be dying alongside the one you love, so you never have to face the pain of losing them. This idea shakes Morty, forcing him to confront uncomfortable truths about love, loss, and the fragility of joy. The episode ends with Morty grappling with these revelations, caught between hope and despair, and reminded that fear and happiness are deeply intertwined.
So what? He's scared of love?
Everyone's scared of love, dipshit. You learn that in your 20s. It takes a very rare, very powerful being to be terrified of happiness.
Dumb.
You're dumb. That's why you're not scared to be happy. The smarter you are, the more you know. Happiness is a trap. It can't last forever. Let's say you meet the love of your life. Well, it's still gonna end. It's inevitable, whether by the slow pull of a disease or the shock of loose footing on a hiking trail, whether it be the corrosion of two personalities that reshape each other until they're incompatible, or maybe the old stranger in a bar who says the things that need to be said to that person that night. The point is, happiness always ends.
What we learn from this episode. Fear No Mort teaches us that happiness, while cherished, is also a source of vulnerability because of its impermanence. It challenges the common belief that happiness is the ultimate goal, instead presenting it as a transient state that can provoke fear as much as joy. The episode urges viewers to reflect on their relationship with happiness, to recognize its fleeting nature and accept that fear is an inevitable part of the human experience. Ultimately, it's a meditation on how confronting fear can lead to a deeper understanding of life's bittersweet beauty.
I need to stop you. I have set another.
Kung Fu Panda. Po's journey in Kung Fu Panda 2 takes him beyond the surface of being the dragon warrior and into the deepest parts of his past, parts he's never fully understood or accepted. After many battles and confrontations, Po finally begins to unlock painful memories of his early life, a tragic past where his village was destroyed and his biological parents were taken from him. These memories overwhelm him, filling him with grief, anger, and confusion. Feeling lost, Po isolates himself, grappling with the weight of his origins and questioning whether his past pain defines who he is. It's in this dark moment that the soothsayer, a wise and gentle figure who has guided Po before, approaches him with compassion and clarity. She tells him, "Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story, who you choose to be." These words cut through Po's despair. The soothsayer reminds him that the tragedy of his past is only one part of his life's journey. What truly matters is the path he takes from here forward, the choices he makes, and the person he decides to become. This moment is a turning point for Po. He realizes that he is not bound by his past trauma or loss. Instead, he is empowered by the ability to shape his own destiny. Po embraces this revelation with courage and determination, knowing that while his beginnings were painful, they don't have to dictate his future. With renewed strength, Po stands tall and declares his identity, not just as the dragon warrior, but as himself, a panda who is ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead, fully owning both his past and his potential.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story, who you choose to be. So, who are you, Panda?
I am Po.
What we learn from this scene. This scene delivers a profound lesson about resilience and identity. It teaches us that while our past may hold pain, hardship, or loss, these do not define who we are. Our true selves are forged by the choices we make and the way we respond to life's challenges. It encourages embracing the whole story, the good, the bad, and the unknown, as a foundation for growth, strength, and self-acceptance.